it's time to get down to brass facts. Today I'm going to go over the drills I run for pistol, so you have a rough idea exactly what I'm doing in B-roll. It's also useful so you have a rough idea of what my standards are, which is relevant with reviews and my opinions. Not that I've done any pistol reviews, hopefully some in the future maybe. I'll do a rifle version of this eventually as well, obviously, which will be useful. The drills I'm about to show are my standardized drills. That is, I can do them over and over again, and because they're at the exact distance, same size profile, I can compare my times from the past, present, and obviously futures. That way I have a rough idea of where I'm standing, if I've improved or getting worse, which happens a lot with pistol. After a trip where I do a bunch of these standardized drills, I'll generally find something that I'm not happy with, usually more than one thing, but I'll focus on one thing because that's how you improve. Instead of working on everything simultaneously, you hyper-focus on one thing. So I'll hyper-focus on one of the drills, do more paper versions of that drill, and then also more dynamic on steel, run and gun versions that focus on that skill set. So, for example, accuracy, I'll do more accuracy drills, and my dynamic drills will have a very heavy emphasis on accuracy. And hopefully after that month and a half, whatever, I'll find that I've improved at that skill. That's the hope, at least. First drill is B8s at 25 yards. No time standard, but I try not to slouch on recoil control, and I don't reset. I do the whole drill in one go. Scores were 96, 94, 93. It's okay, but honestly, I pulled a lot of shots that I shouldn't have, and I wasn't too satisfied about it. Potentially, I want to focus on some accuracy in the future. I really want to consistently clean up these B8s because eventually I'd like to upgrade this drill to a time standard, so maybe 10 shots, 10 seconds. All in the tens, hopefully. I don't know, that's pretty tough, actually. Right now I'm doing 5 shots and then multiplying by 2 for the score because it's more economical on ammo, and I actually find the first couple shots are the hardest shots, so this actually gets me to do more of those with less ammo. Alright, next up was drawing from 7 yards with a 4-inch diameter circle. Times averaged out to be 1.7 seconds. It was a bit slow. I was kind of just shooting to shoot, going with the motions. Usually I'm much closer to 1.5 seconds from concealment, strong side. I'm considering changing this drill, but I've done this so much that I'm kind of just sticking with it. I'm finding a lot of my drills have a little too much focus on accuracy and not enough practical speed, but I don't know. I'll probably just stick with this and work on speed elsewhere. Next up, I did a mag of strong hand only at 10 yards at the B8, so 3 yards more, same target. Usually I write down the time, but like I said, I was kind of going with the motions today and just wanted to get back in the swing of things. And just kind of shot strong hand only. So that's one-handed for some people that don't know. So I did a mag and kind of just called it a day. Up next is my version of Bill Blauer's circle jerk drill. Same target design, but I run it a bit differently. I do 2 shots per circle and then 1 shot on the 1-inch circle. This is at 7 yards, so the same distance as drawing. I'll be real, I sucked it up pretty bad here. I can generally run this clean in 7.6 seconds, but after a month of not shooting paper, kind of just shooting steel and getting sloppy, I was getting 1.58, 8.23, and 9.4. And this was before factoring misses, which are minus 1 second per miss. So this is an example of something that I kind of really want to work on. So I'm going to probably focus on this drill for the next month and a half. One big thing is I need to work on cadence shooting a lot more. I'm way too accurate on the big circles, and then work on transition to small targets. Kind of like when you saw in the B-roll where I did 2 targets up close and then 1 small target far away. That is going fast when I need to, and then reeling myself right away when I move to that precise target, no fail shot, whatever you want to call it. Instead of being lazy and kind of using a miss to dial myself in, you know. Anyway, finally I did some short 5 to 7 round rapid fire drills where I'd work on just pulling the trigger as soon as I see the dot enter my RMR sight picture, and basically doing a shot timer test within acceptable accuracy. This was at 7 yards, once again, on the biggest circle, so that's the 5-inch circle, and I averaged about 0.32 splits here. That's about my standard, so though my group sizes were slightly larger than I'm used to, so at some point I want to work on this, but for now, I'm just kind of in a holding pattern on this drill. That being said, I do kind of need to carry over this cadence shooting. That is, I'm shooting as soon as the dot enters my visor, my RMR window. to my drills. I think a lot of times, and you saw this on the circle jerk drill, I kind of wait a little too much for my dot to settle before pressing another shot, which gives me targets or gives me results that look good on paper, literally, but is an unnecessary level of accuracy. I don't need bullets stacking at 7 yards with 0.5 splits when I can double hit or triple hit with 0.3 second splits. Anyway, this is just me kind of rambling at this point. I hope this gives you a rough idea of what I do when I practice, how my analysis works, and how my critiquing process works. Hope you guys are doing all right in this whole COVID thing. If you got some free time, make sure you do some dry fire at minimum. Maybe get out and shoot a bit. Anyways, this has been Brass Facts for you.